Hello and welcome to Study Abroad and School Experience. Today we're going to be talking about scholarships, fellowships, and internships. This is going to be like a series where I talk about these things. Maybe it'll be useful to some of you. Enjoy. So this is the Crown Castle Opportunity Scholarship Program 2020. And then partnership with Uncf, the United Negro College Fund. So this is a needs-based scholarship for Black or African American college students who exhibit determination, integrity, and perseverance in overcoming adversity. So need-based, it means that it depends on your financial need as opposed to merit-based. So they give $10,000 annually. The scholarship is renewable for 1 year, so this scholarship is for juniors. So if you receive it as a junior, you can receive it again as a senior. They award 25 scholarships in total, so that's a lot. You need a 2.5 on the 4.0 scale. You have to be Black or African American, a U.S. citizen, permanent resident. You need to complete FAFSA. So for this school year, as I stated before, this is a scholarship depending on your financial need, and you have to be currently enrolled as a college junior. You have to be enrolled as a college junior at a HBCU or at an accredited four-year institution, and students attending HBCUs will be given priority. So in order to submit the proper application materials, you need to provide a current academic transcript. It doesn't say if it has to be official or unofficial, so an unofficial transcript would be something that you receive from Student Services, a site where you can check your progress in terms of completing core courses and gen ed courses, and then what's needed, how many credits you have until you'll be able to obtain your degree. You need a one-page personal statement. So a personal statement, generally you talking about yourself, your career goals and aspirations, and then you need one letter of recommendation from a faculty member or an administrator. So maybe someone in your major department, you took a few classes with them, or somebody you were enrolled in their class and you did really good and you all have a good rapport. You can ask them to write you a letter of recommendation. So if your application is incomplete, they won't consider it. They make decisions concerning this scholarship within 8 weeks of the due date of the application. So your personal statement based on this is actually short, in my opinion, because it states that it has to be 300 to 350 words, and it wants applicants to describe how they overcame adversity and how they exemplified the following behaviors. So being clear, collaborative, forthright, acting with integrity in all areas of their life, showing a drive for continuous learning and development, continuously challenging their assumptions and exploring new alternatives. And then there's a letter of recommendation, and they provide guidance for the individuals writing a letter of recommendation. And this has been out since today's date. Today is actually it will be open. Yeah, it's been open since today's date, which is October 19th, 2020. So it's been open since 12 a.m. this morning, and it is set to close on November 23rd, 2020 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, the minimum GPA requirement is a 2.5. You have to be Black or African American. You have to be a U.S. national or permanent resident or a U.S. citizen and a college junior. And this is what the application form looks like for the student. So first name or forename, middle name, last name or surname, suffix, social security number, email address, date of birth, address, country, zip code, city, state, phone number, It's asking you how you learned about the program, demographic information, education information, your GPA, your major. It's asking you to explain if you have any leadership roles, so extracurricular activities, and it wants dates for each particular thing. Community service, if you volunteered in the past, maybe at a church or at an organization. If you've been employed, your employment history, activities, the amount of hours that you do with each activities. This is all for employment history. And then the little essay, they advise that you type the essay in a Word document first, because the Word document will check grammatical errors, misspellings, but this particular form will not. And then this is an authorization. It's asking you to select yes or no. So that's the form. And most of the forms for this, for the scholarships available on here, will look somewhat like this, but they'll have differences depending on the scholarship. And this is not the actual submission form. This is just the preview of the application. So that's just an FYI. That's what it'll look like. The apply button is here. Email address, password. And that was called the Crown Castle Opportunity Scholarship Program. Now this one, the Malcolm X Scholarship for Exception Courage, has been out since October 13th of 2020. It closes 11/30 of 2020. This is the point of contact, William Dunham. And this scholarship is for undergraduate students enrolled in Uncf institutions. And Spike Lee is the donor. And basically this particular scholarship, it wants students to talk about Malcolm X, basically. So you have to submit an online application, a resume, a transcript, and 2 essays. The essays are specific because it's for individuals who have overcome difficult circumstances or challenges in the pursuit of their education. And it's kind of in reference to Malcolm X, so they want you all to talk about his life and legacy in relation to your life and what you plan on doing. And this is the 2 essays. So the first one is a personal essay. It says, describe your career aspiration, leadership experience, and most significant achievements. Please address this topic with an essay within 1 of 2. Please address this topic with this. That doesn't make any sense. So please address this topic with an essay, and they want the essay to be 1 to 2 pages. And then the second one is a descriptive essay. So they want you to describe how Malcolm X has influenced your life and how you have exhibited exceptional courage to overcome challenges in your life. And this has to be at least 2 pages. So if you're not familiar with Malcolm X, or you only know the basics, maybe read some excerpts from his autobiography. Look up some information concerning him to better assist you if you decide to apply for this scholarship and if you meet the qualifications for this particular scholarship. The GPA requirements is a 2.5 on a 4.0 scale. You have to be a U.S. citizen, a U.S. national, or permanent resident. You can be a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, or a 5th year senior. And when a 5th year senior, it's just because during undergraduate programs, they give undergraduate students 7 years to complete their degree. So a 5th year college senior is possible. And this is due November 30th of 2020. So this one is for New York residents. It's the Edna and Blum Endow Scholarship. It's open to students with an unmet financial need attending colleges and universities throughout the U.S. So this is need-based, not merit-based. In order to apply for this scholarship, you need a 2.5 GPA on a 4.0 scale. The scholarship will give up to $5,000 in financial assistance. It's going to be verified through the school that you attend, so they'll contact the financial aid office to see how much money you need to cover your educational expenses. You have to be from the NYC area. It says one of the 5 boroughs only, so they're not including upstate, Long Island, downstate. So you have to be from Manhattan, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, or Staten Island in order to apply for this particular scholarship. You also must be a full-time student at an accredited 4-year college or university. You have to be a U.S. citizen or permanent resident. And if you receive this award in the past, you have to reapply in order to receive it again, is basically what it's saying. And this scholarship is for minority students. It says African American and Black. You can be a freshman, a sophomore, junior, senior, a 5th year college student, or a master's student. So it's pretty diverse in terms of the academic classification. You need a 2.5 on a 4.0 scale. They give $5,000. It's been open for 3 days already, and it closes December 3rd of 2020 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Kenya Gray is the contact person. I'm not going to click on the email. I'll have it in the description box below if you meet the qualifications and if you want to apply for the scholarship. If you have questions, you'll be able to contact these people. So this is the William Wrigley Scholarship. It's for undergraduate students who are enrolled in Uncf member schools during this school year. So this is major specific, so you have to be majoring in some form of engineering, business, finance, accounting, chemistry, computer science, or marketing. 2.5 seems to be the minimum GPA for most of these scholarships, but it's not all, because some require 2.7, a 2.8, a 3.0. It just depends. This is a one-time award. They award up to $5,000, and the funds will be dispersed in January of next year. It's been open for 3 days, and it closes November 23rd at 11:59 p.m. So you have to complete an application and authorization form. There's an essay prompt for this particular scholarship, as with the others, and they have a section for it, and they request an unofficial transcript. So yeah, these are the majors and the requirements: freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, 5th year, senior. So this scholarship ends pretty soon, actually. It's the Toyota UNCF scholarship, and this is an automotive scholarship. So the majors required for this particular scholarship is going to be related to the automotive industry in some respect, because this scholarship provides opportunity to students who have an interest in the automotive industry, and recipients will receive up to $7,500 for this current school year, so the fall, spring, because it says 2020 to 2021. You have to complete an online application and essay describing your career aspirations within the automotive industry. You need 2 letters of reference, and 1 reference has to be academic. And then the second one, it doesn't say, so it can be somebody who knows you. But if I were you, I would get 2 academic references because it's just easier that way. This particular scholarship is for current sophomores only, and they must be enrolled full-time at an HBCU, which is a historically black college or university, and the contact person is William Dunham. And for this particular scholarship, you need a 3.0. You must be a U.S. citizen, a U.S. national, or permanent resident. And these are the majors that they require for this particular scholarship. So this one is the Frederick Douglass Bicentennial Scholarship Program, and it has been open since September 10th of 2020, and it closes pretty soon, October 28th of 2020 at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. They award up to $10,000, and the minimum GPA requirement for this particular scholarship is a 3.5. This is cumulative GPA, not your GPA for the semester, but overall. And they're going to verify it through your transcript. So you have to be a U.S. citizen, a U.S. national, or permanent resident. You must attend HBCUs. You can be a college senior or a 5th year senior. So this is the Frederick Douglass Bicentennial Scholarship. And this scholarship program was created in 2018 to support students who attend HBCUs nationwide. So apparently this scholarship is going to be administered and managed through Uncf for 20 years, so sometimes, so lots of people will receive funds. It was established by Tony Signor, whose knowledge, respect, and deep admiration for Douglass was instilled in him more than 35 years ago by Jesuits at Fordham University. So this program will award one $10,000 scholarship to an exceptional HBCU senior each year. So it's like need-based and merit-based. So it says who has demonstrated a high academic achievement. So need-based is based on your financial need, and merit-based is based on your academics, your grades, your GPA. Strong leadership skills, commitment to community service, and unmet financial need. The application is open. It closes pretty soon. I'll state the date that it closes. You have to be a senior enrolled full-time at a public or private HBCU. You have to have a minimum 3.5 GPA on a 4.0 scale. They're going to verify it through your current transcript. You should have completed a FAFSA form, so the Federal Student Aid form. In order to receive this scholarship, you need 2 letters of recommendation from faculty members on how the applicant reflects the value exposed by Frederick Douglass. You need to respond to 2 essay questions, so just try to treat it like a 5-page paper that has 2 parts. So in the first one, it should be 500 words. You have to discuss your primary interests, career aspirations, what motivates you, how you intend to impact society, share significant leadership experience, community involvement, and achievements to date. The second one needs to be 500 to 700 words, and you have to discuss the impact that Frederick Douglass had on society and how his legacy inspires you in today's world. So for this essay and for the Malcolm X essay, a current example in terms of what occurred during his time and what's going on now. You all can look at the demonstrations, the protests, the marches that occurred over the course of a few months. Like any form of collective action, present time, you can use that as an example and tie it into both Frederick Douglass and Malcolm X for each respective prompt. You can talk about ending police brutality. You can talk about the current pandemic in terms of healthcare disparities for blacks, African Americans, and other people of color, because most of the people who succumb to COVID-19 outside of those with underlying health issues were blacks, African Americans, Latinos, Latinx, community members who lived in impoverished areas. So it states that the first essay requires the applicant to assess awareness, leadership, and community involvement. The second essay requires the applicant to address the impact of Frederick Douglass had on society in the 19th century and his relevance today as our nation continues to fight for equality. Third, you need a current transcript. It doesn't say if it's official or unofficial, but again, the unofficial transcript is usually free. You can get it from the Student Services website that allows you to access your academic history and progress, and then the official transcript usually comes from the academic registrar's office, and it has like the watermark from the university or the college or institution that you attend, and it costs. So if they don't tell you that it needs to be unofficial, if they tell you that, if they don't explicitly state that you need an official transcript, I wouldn't request one, because it would be a waste of money if they are not free. So this is due October 28, 11:59 p.m. You need a 3.5 U.S. citizen, U.S. national permanent resident. This is open to HBCU college seniors and fifth-year seniors. And that's pretty much it for that particular scholarship. So this will probably be the last one that I do today, because I'm going to do a series of these videos. I did it before, but all of that footage got deleted, and there was 3 in-depth videos on different scholarships. But this is called the Black Females Moving Forward, BFF in Computing 2020. So this is a STEM field type of scholarship series, and this is the information. So this is a digital learning environment for students to engage in computer science assignments while receiving instantaneous feedback, instruction, and mentoring. Additionally, engage professors, professionals with PhDs, in computer science, computing, computer science, engineering, present topics, etc. So this is a career and leadership development focused via curriculum and mentoring. So this isn't the scholarship, this is the career prep. I remember this one from the last time. So it helps black students, black female students in particular, in the STEM fields with mentorships. So you have to be a female of African descent, full-time. Preference is given to HBCU students, but you can attend any 4-year college or university. You have to be a freshman or sophomore. Your GPA has to be a 2.5. And this is major specific, so you need to be majoring in the computer related field, so computer science, anything related to computers. And it states that selected participants are eligible to be considered for continued academic professional development support after successful completion of this program. And then afterwards, they'll be able to compete for a $5,000 scholarship for next school year, and then the remaining school year. And the contact for this particular career prep is Crystal Terry. Their email address is there. And the last date that someone can apply for this career prep and then eventual scholarship, if selected, is Friday, next Friday to be exact. You have to be a U.S. citizen, a U.S. national permanent resident, a freshman or sophomore. You have to attend a four-year college, or HBCU, or a UNCF affiliated school, and your major must be computer science. So that is where I'm going to stop for now. I'll go over the other scholarships later, but this is just some information about the scholarship programs, because they have scholarships, internships, fellowships, but most of them require that applicants have completed FAFSA, or the federal aid form. So yeah, and these are the member institutions of UNCF, because some of these scholarships stated that students need to be enrolled in the UNCF member institution. So I'm going to show you the member institution, the schools or the HBCUs rather, that are part of the United Negro College Fund. Not all, just some, and here they are. So if you want to apply for a scholarship and it states that you have to be enrolled in a member institution, these are the member institutions. There's 37 of them. And then finally, that one. And then if you are unfamiliar with the United Negro College Fund, this is who they are. This is the Minority Fellowship Program, and it's a part of the American Sociological Association, and they receive contributions and funding from other sources. And this is basically to provide funds, mentorship, and to help fellows of color reach their potential, basically. So application for this particular fellowship are evaluated by the program advisory panel, and they convene annually in the early spring to select finalists, and awards are announced by April 30th. So before this is like a few weeks before the end of the spring semester, people will know if they'll receive any funds. And the annual stipend for each award is $18,000, and it covers the period of August 1st through July 31st. So this is the particular application. It's gonna become live on November 5th, and individuals have to apply or create a profile first on the online grant system, And once they create that profile, once the application launches, they'll be able to complete it on November 5th. So they need to complete the fellowship application, provide 2 essays, their CV or resume, the transcript from their PhD granting institution. They can only this for no undergraduate or previous graduate experience, only postgraduate research, PhD information. 3 letters of recommendation are also required, academic letters. So supervisors, the head of the department, something like that, if you all have a good rapport. This is the deadline and the contact information for this particular fellowship in order to be eligible for this fellowship. It states that they're selected on the basis of their commitment to research, the focus of their research experience, academic achievement, scholarship, writing ability, research potential, financial need, and racial ethnic minority background. So they're seeking applicants who are one of the following: Black or African American, Latinos, Latinas, Latinx, and they have examples of different ethnic groups who make up that particular group, but that's not all. That's just some examples. They have American Indian, Alaska Native, so Native Americans. They have Asian, then they have a group of individuals who are Asian, considered Asian. They have Pacific Islander and people who fall under that categorization. Fellows can be citizens or non-citizen nationals of the U.S. They have been lawfully admitted to the U.S. for permanent residence or eligible under DACA. So you can be a citizen or non-citizen, a permanent resident, or eligible to be in the U.S. under DACA. So undocumented scholars are welcome to apply to this particular fellowship. So that's all I'm gonna basically say. But links for all of these scholarships, internships, and that will be included in this video are gonna be in the description box. Okay. This particular fellowship is for second-year PhD students and those who are third, fourth, fifth, etc. First-year PhD students, this not for you because they want someone who has been in a research program for 1 year. Come back next year and apply. Okay, so this next scholarship is called the Don't Stop Scholarship. It was created in conjunction with Amazon Music and the rapper Meg Thee Stallion, and they plan to grant 2 women of color $10,000 each to use towards their educational endeavors. It doesn't matter your field of study or what level of academic classification you are. You can be a postgraduate student, so master's or PhD. You could be pursuing an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree. They're accepting all applicants. You just have to meet that criteria, and it's basically to honor women of color who are underrepresented and undervalued in society, according to the website. And it states that Meg Thee Stallion herself is a student, so it asks for your first name, your last name, your birthday, your zip code, your email address, your field of study, the institution that you're currently enrolled at, your year of study, and an essay. There's no essay question, it just says essay. So for this particular essay, since there's no directions, I would talk about my career goals, my aspirations, how I would benefit from a $10,000 scholarship, how I plan to pay it forward to women who are undervalued, underrepresented within society. Like, how would this benefit you is basically how I would do it. And they don't ask for any transcripts, unofficial or official. They will likely verify that information later if you're selected. To end this video, I'm going to leave you all with some words of encouragement that you can see across the screen. Apply for the scholarships, fellowships if you're eligible. Good luck, Godspeed, and good hunting. That's what that means. If you receive one, congratulations. If you do not, that means that there's something else out there that is better for you. So don't fret. Take care, be safe, stay well. Ciao.